today we're in District 5 in the Pasir Panjang vicinity, and we're heading up to a one-bedder unit standing at 463 square feet at a very attractive quantum of 999k. Now if you're in the market looking for a one-bedder at the city fringe with MRT close by and bus stops right at your doorstep, then join us as we bring you on a lovely tour to the Verandah Residences. Let's go! So in terms of the units right here at the Verandah Residences, we TOP in 2021, which makes us one of the newest along the Pasir Panjang Road. Now we are also close proximity to the Haw Par Villa MRT station that is just 7 minutes walk away. So the inspiration behind the Verandah Residences is actually the colonial black and white bungalows. Now they have louvered screens as well as well-designed windows to keep the whole project cool in a resort style. In terms of the one-bedder layout within the Verandah Residences, we have 4 different types of configurations. Starting from the biggest, which is the 527 square feet, for the next configuration that is 484 square feet, and last but not least, at 463 square feet, there are 2 layout types, and our unit right here belongs to this layout. So if you're someone who prefers a larger living, dining, bedroom, enjoys a bit more outdoor balcony space, then naturally you can go for this 463 square feet and 484 square feet layout. If you're someone who prefers a foyer space so that you have that segregation of privacy, as well as a little bit more countertop for your kitchen, slightly smaller balcony, and a fully usable internal space, then you definitely can go for the 527 square feet layout. If you want to keep your quantum on the lower side, typically because the square footage is slightly smaller, then definitely our unit at 463 square feet is something that you might want to consider. So what we're going to do now is to pull up the floor plan so as to orientate you around this unit. So as you enter the foyer, your kitchen will be on the left-hand side. Then you have the living and dining right in front of you, adjacent to the balcony. On your right will be the master bedroom, and then the bathroom is on the right-hand side. Now as you enter into the foyer, what we enjoy is this separation between the main door and your living space. Now some people really like that because especially when you have delivery, people enter the door, they don't immediately see the whole house. Also, this space here has been done up by the owners, very well thought out in terms of the color theme as well as the design. So I like exactly how there is a curved area here so as to make the space more gentle. All these are built-in cabinetries for your storage, for your shoes. They will even have a little nook here for you to sit down, wear your shoes, have a look at yourself before you head out. This wall here, what you can do is actually to put up wall art so that it becomes a gallery. Now on my left will be the open kitchen concept where you already have the fridge as well as the washer and dryer that comes with the condo development. Cabinetry space, you have Bosch induction cooker as well as the Grohe sink. Then you have a very beautiful marble backsplash that complements the tiles that you see right here. They belong to the bigger size tiles, which we think is very generous and very good quality given by the developers. To enter into the living dining area, we have a very comfortable viewing distance of about 2.5 meters, a ceiling height of close to 3 meters. Also, we enjoy how the natural light pours into the place because we enjoy this pocket of unblocked view that is very different and very hard to get within this project itself. So what you have observed is how the owners have done up this TV feature wall, and the color tone is actually similar to the flooring itself. Furnitures are movable and you don't have a lot of built-in, which means that you can design up to your own renovation flair. And the owners have also put up a very slick, modern looking fan to complement the whole entire place. Let's pull up the map of the Verandah Residences. Towards our left would be a 7 minutes walk or about 2 bus stops away to the Haw Par Villa Circle Line MRT station. Towards the south would be the Pasir Panjang Park connector that links you to the Labrador Park. Towards the north would be Kentridge Hill, where you can connect to Haw Park and Southern Regis. Now if you're driving, you can easily access West Coast Highway or South Buona Vista Road. Now we are close to NUS, NUH, Maple Tree Business City, Science Park as well as One North, which is surrounded by a lot of the technology and the business hubs. Now what does this mean when you want to exit in future is that you will likely have investors looking to buy into this area to rent out, or you will have working professionals working in this area looking to buy a place that is near to their working area as well. So as As you step out into the balcony, you will realize that our facing is actually southeast, which means that there is no west sun into the home at all. But you do get that morning sun to dispel any moisture. The developer has also done up the black and white kind of blinds, which adds a very colonial touch to this place. Now the blinds will provide some form of privacy, but if you prefer, you can also put in a zip track or invisible grille for those with young children. What I like about the balcony space is also because it's regular. It can be used not just for alfresco, which is what our owners have done. You can also use this as a yard area. Now if you prefer not to have a laundry rack that is taking up some of the space outside, what you can do is actually to have those foldable built-in sort of laundry rack. When you need it, you can actually take it down, hang your clothes. When you don't need it, you can keep it up, so that you can still use this space for multi-function purposes. Our balcony itself do not face any neighbours directly, giving you a little bit more privacy as well as a very good wind flow. So within the Verandah Residences, there are a few types of facing. You can either be facing the Pasir Panjang Road, the West Coast Highway. Over here, we're also on a plot ratio of 1.4, which means that we're in a low-rise area. This means that you don't have to worry about future constructions coming up, and you have the backdrop of a landed cluster right behind you, giving you a very well-preserved skyline. Let's take a look at the bathroom itself. Now, I like especially how the door is actually placed outside, which is very rare. Usually the doors will be placed inside the master bedroom. This allows your guests to actually enter the toilet without going through your master bedroom. As we enter into the bathroom, you realize that the space is very sizable. You do have cabinetries, a mirror here, behind it there's shelvings. But what you also realize is the use of the different color tones that is uniform throughout the entire house, giving you that very lush and posh feeling. We also like how the tiles on the wall are of the larger size, giving you that very luxurious feel as well. The toilet is also kept dry with a mechanical ventilator. So now when we're talking about District 5 and you're someone considering a one-bedder in this area, so let us break down for you in terms of the 99-year versus the freehold options. If you were to take a look at the 99-year project within this proximity, the first thing you will notice is Kentridge Hill Residences, which is newly TOP'd. Now for a one-bedder right over there, the average size is hovering about 470 to 480 square feet. Now the average asking price is standing at about 1 to 1.1 mil mark. Now of course that is a larger project and you get to enjoy the facilities. Now the next option would then be Normanton Park. Average asking price point is at about 1.2 to 1.3 mil. Now slightly further away for a one-bedder would be One North Eden, newly TOP'd as well. Average asking price point at 1.3 mil. So your next option would be to look at the freehold options. Now there are some available stocks right here in this area. The Orient TOP in 2017, average asking of close to 1 mil with an average size of 388 odd square feet. Now Viva Vista, a mixed-use development, TOP in 2014, average asking of about 800k with an average size of 350 odd square feet. Park Imperial, TOP in 2010, average asking of about 880k with an average size of 420 odd square feet. If you're someone who is looking for something that is of a very sizable 463 square feet type of layout, you want somewhere close to the MRT with bus stop right at the doorstep, then this unit might be the right one for you. Now at our asking of around 999k, our price point is well within the average asking price in D5. And if you're thinking about buying this place for investment, now based on the recent last transacted rental of 3.4k, that will bring your rental yield to about 4%. Now assuming you're taking a loan of up to 75% over a 25-year period at a 3% interest rate, then the rent that you collect can technically almost fully cover the mortgage, or you have minimal cash top-up required. So now your next question would be, what would be your time horizon for exit? What would be the exit plan, and who will be your future buyers? So if you were to take a look at D5 itself, it is made up of science, technology, education, technology hubs. So what you have is the Maple Tree Business City, you have NUS, NUH, the Science Park, the One North. So naturally, some of your buyers will come from 4 different categories. The first category would be investors who naturally want to buy into this area to rent out to working professionals working in these sectors. Then we also have the landed clusters next to us. Should the owners decide to sell or downsize, they will definitely form part of your buyer pool. Now the other cluster would be those who want to move from a 99-year condo to a freehold condo, especially those that are coming from the West Coast area and they want to move closer to the city and within the Circle Line itself. Now last but not least, some of your buyer pool will come from the HDB clusters such as the ones in Telok Blangah that will become part of your buyer pool. So in terms of exit plan, you do have a very good runway up to about 6 to 8 years, because what's coming up next in this area will be the new projects that will be TOPing, and that will be Terra Hill. You also have further up the One North region. So when these projects TOP and enter into the resale market, the spillover effect is likely to benefit the pricing movement within this area. area. So we think that you are in a location that is well preserved by the buyer pool from all the clusters that we mentioned above, and it will aid your pricing movement in time to come. Although we are a relatively small development of about 167 units, you do get to enjoy a 40-meter lap pool, you have the gym, the barbecue pits, you have the jacuzzi, you even have a yoga pool. You have a lot of common areas for you to even walk your dogs. Ultimately, you can also head out to the nearby shops and eateries around here, or take a bus and a train to Harbourfront as well as Vivo City. One thing that we like about what the owners have done is they have turned the door into a sliding one so that it increases more of the space usage. Now, as you enter into the room, the flooring is made of parquet. So right now the room itself has a queen size bed, but if you decide to enlarge into a king size, it isn't an issue as well because you do have some walking space around here. We do have a very nice blinds that is already done up for you to give you that privacy, but if you prefer, you can also put up another layer of UV filter to regulate the incoming light as well as to increase more privacy in this area. Over here, they do have 2 panels of sliding wardrobe. So the owners have also thoughtfully done up a study area, making use of this space here very cleverly. And they also have shelvings, they're all with the rounded corners to give you a more gentle look. Now, if you were to pull out the URA master plan, you realize that we are located right at the heart of a few transformations that's happening. Now, first and foremost, we have the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation that will be happening right at your doorstep, with Pasir Panjang being one of the first piece of development that will likely take place in the next 5 years. Then we have the Circle Line, which will be completed in 2026. Finally, we are in the middle of 2 CBDs, one in the Tanjong Pagar area, the other one upcoming in the Jurong Lake district. To top it all up, we have the One North area that's so close to us with the ongoing transformation in that area as well. So with all the rejuvenation and with all the transformation happening, we believe that in this area itself, all this will have a spillover effect to aid your pricing and your exit plan next time. So just to recap, this is a 1-bed, 1-bath, standing at a very good size of 463 square feet. Very minimal wasted space at a very attractive quantum of around 999k. So if you're looking for 1-bedder, freehold, close to city fringe and below the 1 mil property, then you definitely want to have a look at this unit itself. So feel free to reach out to our listing team. Our contact details are down below. Do also subscribe to our social platforms on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. I'm Zoe from PropertyLimBrothers, always happy to show you the place. This, room itself, it has got a now as you look, the tiles and the wall, the tiles on the walls. What's my sentence? They are average asking now. Now at our asking